Welcome to my next class of Fourier series. In this class, I'm going to discuss few more problems that is not similar type problem. This is one different type of problem I'm going to discuss. This problem they given in grade 1 textbook. Now it's already written on the board. One of the function is nothing but if f of x is equal to x in the interval minus pi by 2 comma plus pi by 2 and f of x is equal to 0 pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2. Find the Fourier series of f of x, hence deduce that pi square by 8 is equal to n ranging from 1 to infinity 1 by 2n minus 1 whole square. This is a different type of problem I feel I want to discuss with the students. Okay. Now here the first step is first you have to rewrite the given function. The given actually is a splitting function but is given in the form of theoretical way. Given what is my f of x? F of x is x in the interval, what's the interval? Minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. Okay. 0, what's the interval? Pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2. Pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2. Okay. This is the given function. The function is nothing but x minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2, 0, pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2. Now, this is a function they given. Now, if you want to construct the Fourier series, I told how to take overall interval from the given splitting function. What is my overall interval for this? Overall interval is nothing but initial value. What's the initial value? Is minus pi by 2. What is my end value, upper values of the last interval is 3 pi by 2. Therefore, the overall interval they given in this case is minus pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2. But our case, there are two cases. One case is 0 to 2L. Another case, the interval is minus L to plus L. But this interval is not equal to 0 to 2L, is not equal to minus L to L. Don't confuse, madam, is this in the form of minus L to L? No. Minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2 is in the form of minus L by plus L. It's not in the form of either first case or second case. We created these two cases for our convenience. Whenever is not satisfied these two, rare problem, whenever is not satisfied these two cases, how to proceed. In this case, we are going to equate to general method. What I construct the Fourier series. What's a Fourier series I constructed? F of x defined over the interval a comma a plus 2l. Keep in mind, whenever the overall interval is not in the first case, not in the second case, in that case you had to go for general definition of Fourier construction of Fourier series. What's our interval? A comma a plus 2l. Equate that. From that, equate to the lower limits. What we get? A is equal to minus pi by 2 and a plus 2l is what actually 3 pi by 2. From that we get very easily what is my L value. Now I have to substitute a value minus pi by 2 plus 2l equals 3 pi by 2. You take it minus pi by 2 in the right hand side. 3 pi by 2 plus pi by 2 what we get? 4 pi by 2 we get. Now we get 4 pi by 2. Now observe carefully. Now is cancelled with 4. 2 is cancelled with, see, 3 pi by 2 plus pi by 2 is what we 4 pi by 2. What we get actually 2L is equal to 2 pi. That implies what is my L? L is equal to pi. Yeah, this is a way to find out the value of L. Keep in mind, before moving to the next step, I'm going to explain once again. Overall interval is not in the form of first case, not in the second case, how to proceed. In such cases, you go for general form of Fourier series. What's the general form of Fourier series? Define the interval a comma a plus 2l. Equate, we get a value. Equate to the lower limit and equate to the upper limit. Simplify that, finally we get L value. What is my L? L is equal to pi. Now we have to construct the Fourier series. Therefore, Fourier series for f of x over, what's the overall interval? Minus pi by 2 comma 3 pi by 2 is, now I'm going to write what's my Fourier series expansion, a naught by 2. You recall first step of Fourier series expansion, n ranging from 1 to infinity, a n cos nx. Because L is pi, what is my n pi x by L? Is nothing but nx, because L is equal to pi. Substitute pi is cancelled. Plus summation n ranging from 1 to infinity bn sin nx. Then I have to write the formula for a naught, an and bn. You know what is the formula for a naught, an and bn. A naught, you recall your general formula for Fourier series. A naught is 1 by L. A to a plus 2L. What is my a to a plus 2L? Is minus pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2. F of x dx. And then what is my an? 1 by L. Sorry, L is what actually? 1 by pi. Okay, here also 1 by pi. 0 minus pi by 2 to a plus 2L. 3 pi by 2 into f of x cos of nx with respect to x, and also bn. What is my bn? Is 1 by pi integration of minus pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2 of f of x into sine nx with respect to x. Yeah, this is one a different type of problem. That's why I want to explain for the student how to solve this. This is a work problem made in grade 1 textbook. Okay. Now first I have to find out a naught. If you want to find out a naught, first I have to split the integral based on that given function. Given function is minus pi by 2 to plus pi. Therefore, I have to give a break at which point? Pi by 2. Minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. What's the function they given? X. And then pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2. What's the function they given? Actually 0. This is with respect to x. This is 0 into dx. Observe carefully. This is as usual. This is 0. Then you know that the function itself 0. Therefore, integral value is 0. But here this integral is in the form of minus a to a f of x dx. This is one definite integral property. Is twice of 0 to a f of x dx if f of x is an even function. Is an even function. Okay. Odd 0 if f of x is an odd function. It's an odd function. Okay. Fine. Now observe this in the form of minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. X is an odd function. What about this integral value is 0. This integral value is 0 since x is an odd function. Odd function. Okay. In the next step, what happened? A naught itself is 0. Now we get now, even though they given different way, what's the easiest way to find out the solution? This also must be 0. Now finally we get what is my a naught value is 0. This is one of the beauty of this given function, because since f of x is an odd function. Next, move to the next step, an. Now I want to find out an. While finding an also, I have to split the integral. How to split the integral? Minus pi by 2 to, we have to give a break at pi by 2, because the function have defined from minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2 and pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2. Therefore, what's the function here? X into cos nx. And then pi by 2 to the given interval. What's given interval? 3 pi by 2 into what actually? 0. What is that function? They given actually the function is 0. If you want to observe here, the function what they given here? 0. Therefore, 0 into what actually? Cos nx with respect to x. Observe carefully, this becomes 0. Okay, fine. See, cosine functions are even function. X is an odd function. Therefore, you know that product of minus into plus is what actually minus. Therefore, x into cos nx is what type of function? Is an odd function. Okay. Is an odd function. From this definite integral property, what happened? This value also must be 0. Since x into cos nx is an odd function over the interval minus pi by 2 to comma plus pi by 2. Minus pi by 2 comma plus pi by 2. overall this an itself is what? Actually 0. Now what we get, our an is 0. An must be equal to 0 for n is equal to 1, 2, etc. Okay. Next I move to the find out the Bn value. Now I want to find out Bn. Now observe carefully. I want to find out Bn. Now what again, I'm going to split the integral 1 by pi of minus minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. Yeah. And then what's the function is x sine nx, and then pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2. What's the function is 0 into sine nx with respect to x. You know that this integral value itself is 0, this is 0. Now here minus pi by 2 is possible. I go for definite integral property. You know that actually what is minus into minus? What is minus into minus is plus. Minus is odd function, plus is an even function. Product of two odd functions must be an even function. Therefore this becomes a what? Since x into sine nx is an even function over minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. What happened then? Instead of minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2, we are going to take only twice 2 by pi. Yes, 2 by pi, we get actually Bn equals, now I'm going to use the same color for this, Bn equals 2 by pi 0 to, this is actually pi, actually 1 by pi, 0 to pi by 2, half of the range x sine nx with respect to x. We go for which rule? UV rule or Bernoulli's rule. While taking UV or Bernoulli's rule, which one is u function, which one is v function? This is my u, this is my v. From the UV or Bernoulli's rule, x into integration of sine is minus cos nx by the quotient of x is n, is correct, minus, what is differentiation of x is 1, what is integration of cos is, we get sine nx by n into n is n square, because again at integrate cos, what we get sine. While integrating cos, I'll keep minus 1 by n is outside, 1 by n square. Now we are going to stop to apply UV rule. Why? Because once we get a derivative value is constant, not necessary to move further step. Why? Because that value must be 0. Now here, even though they are having a product of sine and cos, we are not going to verify because what is my upper limit? Upper limit is pi. Sine n pi by 2 is not equal to 0. And also cos of n pi by 2 is not equal to 0. You already know that. Therefore, we are going to apply freely for upper and lower limit. What is my upper limit here? While applying upper limit, I'll keep minus 1 by n outside, apply the upper limit. What's upper limit? Pi by 2, cos of n pi by 2. Cos of n pi by 2, you can't write any definite value. We get two cases. Cos n pi by 2 is 0 if n is odd, plus or minus 1 if n is even. We already discussed in a prerequisite class of Fourier series. Minus cos 0 is 1, actually x is 0. Yeah, here I did mistake. Here I had to write pi by 2 because I had to put x is equal to pi by 2. Pi by 2 into cos of n pi by 2 minus x is 0 into this. Then what we get actually minus into minus plus 1 by n square. Apply the upper limit. What is my upper limit? Upper limit is nothing but pi by 2 sine of n pi by 2. Minus sine 0. What is sine 0 is 0. Yeah. Now I have to simplify this. What we get actually. Now once you multiply by 2 pi for each and every term, what we get 2 cancel, pi cancel, minus 1 by n into cos of n pi by 2. Please try to understand that I have to multiply by 2 by pi by 2 is cancelled, minus 1 by n cos of n pi by 2 plus multiplied by 2 by pi, what we get 2 by pi into n square into sine of n pi by 2. Yeah. This is a value for Bn. I told number of times. Before moving to the next step, first I have to verify this Bn is true for n is equal to 1, 2, 3. Now how to verify that? Pick the denominator. What is my denominator is n. In the first term, in the second term is n square. Both are 0, in which case n is equal to 0. But our summation, Bn summation start from what actually? 1 to infinity. If I confidently write this is true for n is equal to 1, 2, 3, etc. It's not equal to 0 for any value of n for n is equal to 1 to infinity. This is true. It's not true. Is not defined at n is equal to 0, but summation is not included. Therefore, what we get my Fourier series expansion is f of x is equal to summation now n ranging from 1 to infinity. Yeah. Now I'm going to write minus. No, better I to write first positive term. What's my positive term? 2 by pi n square sine of n pi by 2 minus 1 by n cos of n pi by 2 into sine nx is the required Fourier series for the for the given function over the interval. What's the interval? Minus pi by 2 comma 3 by 2, 3 pi by 2. But I want to deduce some result. Which result I want to deduce here? I'm going to write it once again in right side corner. Yeah, I want to deduce the result is nothing but here. Yeah, is actually pi square by 8 is nothing but summation in ranging from 1 to infinity 1 by 2n minus 1 whole square. This is I want to deduce. Observe, I want to retain n square, then only we get 2n minus 1 whole square. I don't want n. Suppose we retain n, what we get? 2n minus 1. But I want to retain what actually? Whole square. When will we get whole square? Suppose you have n square. That n square can also be written as 2n minus 1 whole square. You know how to simplify further. Compare it. You want to retain this term. I don't want to retain this. For what I'm going to do here, now the thing is how to retain, but and also you expand that we get 1 by n square, 1 by 2 square, 1 by 3 square, etc. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to substitute the value of x is equal to pi by 2. Why I'm going to substitute the value for pi by 2 here? You know that what is my given function. The given function is actually pi by 2. See, now minus pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2. I want to, why I am going to substitute for x is equal to pi by 2. That's a very, very important thing. That's why I'm discussing this problem with the students. Now observe carefully here. Why I have to put x is equal to pi by 2? Anyway, pi by 2 is in the range minus pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2. Once you put pi by 2, what we get? Sine n pi by 2. Once you multiply by sine n pi by 2, we get sine square n pi by 2. This is 2 sine a cos a. What is 2 sine a cos a? Sine 2a. We get sine n pi. See, observe carefully. Suppose you put pi by 2. Here we get sine square n pi by 2. Here we get cos n pi by 2. Yeah, here we get what actually? Cos n pi by 2 into what actually? Sine n pi by 2. You know 2 sine a cos a is nothing but 2 sine a, sine 2a. Here we don't have to, therefore multiply and divide by 2, sine 2a. 2 into n pi by 2. What we get actually? 2 cancel, we get sine n pi. What is sine n pi? Value 0. Then automatically 1 by n is eliminated. I think it's clear. I think suppose it's not clear. I'm going to repeat once again. Why I'm going to choose x is equal to pi by 2? I want to retain n square. Once you put x is equal to pi by 2, here we get cos a sin a. What is cos a sin is half of sin 2a. 2a. What is n pi by 2? 2 cancel sin n pi. Sin pi is 0. Therefore, enter this term is 0. Therefore, what we are going to do here, I'm taking this as star. Put x is equal to pi by 2 in star. we get f of pi by 2 equals summation n ranging from 1 to infinity 2 by pi n square. I have to put x is equal to pi by 2 sine of n pi by 2 minus 1 by n into cos of n pi by 2 into sine of n pi by 2. Once you multiply this and take summation of the each term n ranging from 1 to infinity, while taking each of the term, I'll keep the constant 2 by pi outside, 1 by n square into sine square n pi by 2, okay, minus summation n ranging from 1 to infinity. What I told, once you multiply that, 1 by n into 1 by half sin n pi. Just now I explained. What is sin n pi? Value is 0. If I enter, this summation must become 0. Next, I want to find out f of pi by 2. Now you know what is my f of x. What is my f of x they given? F of x they given actually x in the range minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2, 0 pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2. Yeah, I want to find out pi by 2. Pi by 2 either is not included in the first interval, is not included second interval. Therefore, pi by 2 is a point of discontinuity. How to find out the value of pi by 2 here? I have to take average of the left hand side limit and right hand side limit. At which point pi by 2 of f of x. Yes. Now I have to find out. I move to the next step. Yeah. How to find out f of pi by 2 is nothing but actually limit as x tends to pi by 2 of minus of f of x plus limit as x tends to pi by 2 plus left hand side limit and right hand side limit of the function, average of that divided by 2. Left of the pi by 2, left less than pi by 2, what's a function is x. F of x is x as x tends to, what about that, I want to find out the value of this. See, observe carefully, left of the pi by 2, what is left of the pi by 2 is less than pi by 2, what's a function, f of x is x. As x tends to pi by 2, what we get, pi by 2. Right of the pi by 2 means greater than pi by 2. What's the function is 0? The limit also 0 divided by 2. What we get finally? Pi by 4. Now I have to substitute this value way in left hand side. What we get actually? Pi by 4. Pi by 4 must be equal to 2 by pi of expand this series. And also I want to explain what is my sine of n pi by 2. Sine of n pi by 2 is nothing but plus or minus 1 if n is odd. Okay. Are you clear? 0 if n is even. Okay. Now in odd cases this is 0. Yeah, it is enough to write this is nothing but summation n ranging from 1, 3, etc. to infinity by 1 by n square sine square of n pi by 2. We are neglecting odd. This implies pi square by 8 equals. Observe carefully. Sine of n pi by 2 is plus or minus pi by 2. What is sine n square of pi by 2 for odd case? Sine square. Even though we get 1 square of that, 1 only. Even though we get minus 1, what is minus 1 whole square is plus 1. Because sine n pi by 2 is this. Sine square means, what is sine square? Sine of n pi by 2 into sine of n pi by 2. Even though plus or minus, suppose it's minus, both are minus, what is minus into minus plus 1? Even though n is odd, Either we get plus or minus 1. We get plus or minus 1 into plus or minus 1. What is plus or minus 1 whole square? What is plus or minus 1 whole square is plus only. Therefore, what we get actually summation n ranging from 1, 3, etc. Infinity is nothing but 1 by n square. I think it's clear because sin n pi by 2 is plus or minus 1 if only the odd case. Square of that plus or minus 1 whole square is plus only. Therefore, this value is nothing but 1 for n is equal to 1, 3, etc. Odd values. So that implies you know that one odd cases can also be written as pi square by 8 is nothing but n ranging from 1 to infinity 1 by 2n minus 1 whole square. Yeah, same odd value we get n is equal to 1, 2 minus 1 1 square, n is equal to 2 4 minus 1 3 square. Both are must be same. This is a where want to deduce. This is a way to deduce from the given function in the corresponding limit after you construct the Fourier series. I think it's clear how we have to construct that. Now before moving to the next problem, this is one of the different typical type of problem because the limit is a little bit different compared to what we already discussed in previous classes problems. Now overall interval is actually minus pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2. It's not in the form of first case, not in the second case. Therefore, how to proceed? Now we have to proceed. How to proceed now here? Now there is no alternative. I have to equate this interval into the general form. What is my general form of Fourier series? Is nothing but a comma a plus 2l. Equate that, we get a value, automatically we get l value. Based on that, we have to construct the Fourier series using basic definition of Fourier series. After that, you split the integral. Once you split the integral, use the definite integral property. Automatically, we get a naught and an is 0. Only retaining bn, only the half of the interval. Carefully evaluate, apply the limits. After that, you construct the Fourier series. Equate this Fourier series to the required result. They want n square, I don't want n, therefore I'm going to substitute x is equal to pi by 2. Anyway, pi by 2 is in the given range. Once you substitute that, here this is nothing but cos a, sin a is nothing but half of sin 2a. While writing half of sin 2a, sin n pi we get. What is sin n pi is this summation itself is 0. Therefore, now in the next step, what we are going to do, I have to find out f of pi by 2, but pi by 2 is a point of discontinuity. Take the average of left hand and right hand limit at f pi by 2. Then automatically we get our value of f of pi by 2. And then sin of n pi by 2 is plus or minus 1 if n is odd, 0 if n is even. Therefore, only we consider odd values. Even though I consider odd value, not necessary to write plus 1 minus 1 because it's square of that. Sin square n pi by 2 is nothing but sin of n pi by 2 into sin of n pi by 2. What is plus or minus 1 whole square is plus 1 only. Even though minus 1 or plus 1 square of that is plus. Therefore, finally we get 1, 3, etc. infinity. This can also be written as 2n minus 1 whole square for n ranging from 1 to infinity. This thing you already know that how to change R to entire range odd number of n value to 1 to infinity. Now this is the required in the problem. I think it's clear. Now move to the next problem. Is a last problem for construction of Fourier series. Next class onwards, I'm going to discuss half range Fourier series. Okay. Second problem. Today's second problem. Yeah. Find the Fourier series. Just I'm writing f dot s. Don't confuse. Of the function f of x equals 2 minus x for x greater than or equal to 0, less than or equal to 4, x minus 6, 4 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 6, less than or equal to 8, not 6, 8. Hence, deduce that pi square by 8 equals 1 by 1 square plus 1 by 3 square plus 1 by pi square, etc. Deduce what we are doing afterwards. First, we have to observe the given function. What is my given function? F of x is what actually? 2 minus x. What's overall interval? 0 to 4. X minus 6. 4 to 8. Now, what is the overall interval here? Overall interval is 0 to 8. 0 to 8 is referred to which case? Whenever start from 0 is referred to the first case, 0, 2l. Then equate to the upper limit, 8 is equal to 2l. That implies what is my L is equal to 4. L is equal to 4. That implies what is my n by x by L? It's nothing but n by x by 4. Okay. Now move to the next step. I have to construct the Fourier series. We don't have any even or odd because it's in the form of first case. For Fourier series, the Fourier series for f of x over what's the interval 0, 8 is f of x equals a naught by 2 plus summation in ranging from 1 to infinity a n cos of n by x by n means n by x by 4, just now we calculated, plus summation in ranging from 1 to infinity bn sine of n by x by 4. Where I have to write the formulas for a naught, n and bn. What is my a naught? A naught formula is 1 by L. What is L is 1 by 4. 0 to 2L means 0 to 8 f of x dx. What is my n formula? N formula is nothing but 1 by 4, 0 to 8 f of x cos of n by x by 4 with respect to x. What is my bn? 1 by 4, 0 to 8 f of x sine of n by x by 4 with respect to x. Next, I want to evaluate a naught, n and bn. What is a naught? 1 by 4. Yeah, first I have to split the integral 0 to 4. What is function? 2 minus x. 4 to 8. What's the function? X minus 6 with respect to x. Don't evaluate two separate x separate like that. Is a linear factor. You already know that one of the integration formula is integration of ax plus r minus b to the power of n with respect to x is nothing but ax plus r minus b to the power of n plus 1 divided by n plus 1 into quotient of x. What's quotient of x is a. This is a fundamental second PUC formula. From this formula, 1 by 4, what is integration of 2 minus x? Power is 1, 2 minus x whole square divided by 2. This 2 minus x can also be written as minus x plus 2. What is quotient of x is minus 1. Okay, that's one of the important thing. What's the limit here? 0 to 2. Okay, fine. And then plus what is integration of the x minus 6 whole square divided by 2 into quotient of x is 1. What's the limit? 0 to 4 this is 4 to 8. In the next step, I have to simplify this. Carefully, I have to simplify. Now, I have to keep 1 by 4 outside. Okay. Plus into minus is minus 1 by 2. I told number of times while applying upper and lower limit. First, I have to keep the constant outside. What's upper limit is 4. 2 minus 4. 2 minus 4 whole square. What is 2 minus 4 whole square? Minus 2 whole square. What is minus 2 whole square? 4. Please try to understand this. 2 minus 4 is minus 2 whole square is 4. Again, lower limit. What's my lower limit is 0. 2 minus 0 whole square, 4. Therefore, 2 square is what we get actually. 2 square, what we get? 4. plus 1 by 2 of apply the upper limit. What's upper limit? 8. 8 minus 6. What is 8 minus 6? 8 minus 6 is 2. 2 square is 4. Okay. Minus 4 minus 2. 4 minus 6. 4 minus 6 whole square. What we get? 4 only. Minus 2 whole square is 4. What happened? For these two are must be 0. Okay. And finally we get our A naught is 0. Okay. That's one of the thing. Next move to AN. Carefully I have to find out AN value based on the splitting function. Yeah. Now I move to AN is nothing but 1 by 4 of 1 by 4 of 0 to 4. What is 0 to 4 function? 2 minus x into cos of n by x by 4 with respect to x. 4 to 8 x minus 6 sin of cos of n by x by 4 with respect to x. Yeah. The next step, I have to integrate in each of the term. You go for which rule? UV rule. By taking UV rule, which is u function, 2 minus x is, don't multiply, keep it 2 minus x as one function, u function. This is v function because after the first derivative, 2 minus x becomes constant. This is nothing but u function, this is nothing but our v function. Okay. Now 2 minus x into, what is integration of cosine of n by x by 4 divided by quotient of x n pi by 4 minus, what is derivative of 2 minus x? Minus 1. 0 minus 1. Again integrate. What is integration of sine? Minus cos of n pi x by 4 divided by n pi by 4 whole square. Okay, fine. This is for limit what? 0 to 4. I move to the limit 4 to 8. X minus 6 integration of cos is sine of n pi x by 4 divided by n pi by 4 minus, what is derivative of x is 1. Again integrate, sine is minus cos of n pi x by 4 divided by n pi by 4 whole square. Here I am going to stop because here we get a constant. No need to go for further higher terms because derivative of constant must be 0. This is 4 to 8. Okay. Close the bracket. I move to the next step. Carefully I have to apply upper limit and lower limit. I have to apply upper and lower limit here. While applying upper limit and lower limit, first try to go for term by term, and also I have to keep the constant. What's a constant? 4 by n pi is a constant. Keep it outside. Once you keep the 4 by n pi is constant outside, apply the upper limit. What is upper limit? 4. 2 minus 4. What is 2 minus 4? Minus 2. 1 minute. Before moving to this thing, I told number of times, whenever having a product of sine or cos, first you verify the corresponding the limit what happened. What's the limit here? 4. Sine of n pi x by 4 is implies sine of n pi by 4 into 4. It's cancel, what we get? Sine n pi. What is sine n pi value? Sine n pi is 0. Therefore, for upper limit, this is 0. What is lower limit? Sine 0 is 0. What happened? This function itself is 0. Not necessary to apply what actually upper and lower limit for the first term. That's why I told number of times, whenever having product of sine and cos, we try to verify that what happened the corresponding limit. Now what happened? This sine and sine value, both upper and lower limit is 0. Therefore product must be 0. You neglect it. Okay. Now move to this and verify what happened. Cos of n pi x by 4 for x is equal to 4. Cos of n pi by 4 into 4 is cancelled, cos n pi. Cos n pi is not equal to 0. This shows that only a sine is 0 but cos is not equal to 0. And next you verify the 8. What's the 8 value? Sine of n pi by 4 into 8. What we get? Sine of 2n pi. What is sine of 2n pi value? Is 0. Therefore, what happened? This term also must be 0. While come to this, 4 you know that, but I want to find out only a 8. Then, once you put cos for x is equal to 8, what we get? Cos of n pi by 4 into 8. What we get? Cos of 2n pi. Cos of 2n pi is nothing but minus 1 to the power of 2n is nothing but 1. Now, this shows that only I am going to apply the limit for the cos. Minus into minus plus, plus into minus is minus. This become reverse 16 divided by 4 square divided by n square pi square. It's nothing but upper limit. What is the upper limit is 4. 4, what we get? Cos n pi. What is cos n pi? Is minus 1 to the power of n minus cos 0. What is cos 0? Is 1. While move to this term, minus into minus plus, again we get 16 by n square pi square of apply the upper limit. What's upper limit? 8. What is cos of n pi by 8 is cos 2n pi. What is cos of 2n pi value is 1 minus once you put 4 cos n pi is minus 1 to the power of n. From these two terms, what's a common factor? 16 divided by n square pi square is common. I'm going to take this sign is inside. What we get? 1 minus of minus 1 to the power of n. I take minus n inside. Here 1 minus of minus 1 to the power of n. Now observe carefully. 4 is cancelled with this one. We get 4. But these two are must be same. Again we get 2 times 4 2s are 8. 8 by n square pi square of 1 minus minus 1 to the power of n. This is my an. Now here I have to verify before moving to the next step what happened whether an is true for n is equal to 1 to infinity. How can you know that? Pick the denominator. What is denominator? N factor n square is 0, in which case n is 0 but our summation start from 1 to infinity. Now confidently write this is true for n is equal to 1 2 3. Now and also in the flower bracket one of the term is 1, another term is minus 1 to the power of n. I told commonly either maybe even cases are 0, hard cases are maybe 0. I had to simplify further. Now what's the value of 1 minus minus 1 to the power of n? Observe carefully. Give the odd value. N is 1. Minus into minus what we get? Plus 2. Put even value. Minus 1 whole square. We get 1. 1 minus 1 0. This shows that 2 if n is odd. Commonly we get, suppose put 3. 2. If n is even. Yeah. Now based on that, we are going to rewrite an is nothing but odd case 2. Therefore what we get? 16 n square pi square if n is odd. 0 if n is even. Okay. This itself is 0. Whatever the product must be 0. Therefore not necessary to write anything. Next move to our bn value. I have to find out similarly bn. Now in the bn, I'm going to use bn is nothing but again I have to keep 1 by 4 outside. I have to split the integral 0 to pi. What's a function? The function is what actually? 2 minus x into sine n pi x by 4 with respect to x, and then this is 0 to 4. 0 to 4. This is 4 to 8 What's the function? X minus 6 sine of n by x by 4 with respect to x. Now carefully I have to evaluate this using UV rule or Bernoulli's rule. You already know that which one is u function, which one is v function. Which one is u function? This is u, this is v. This is u, this is v. You already know that. Why I am choosing u and v? Because after the first derivative this is 0. In the next step this is nothing but 1 by 4 of, from UV rule, 2 minus x into what is integration of sine minus cos of n by x by 4 divided by the quotient of x n pi by 4 minus what is derivative of 2 minus x is minus 1. Again integrate, keep the minus sign outside, sine of n pi x by 4 divided by n pi by 4 whole square. Okay, fine. Now once we get a constant, not necessary to continue the further higher term, leave it as itself. We get, this is nothing but Bernoulli's rule for the first term. Move to the second term, x minus 6. Integration of sine is minus cos of n pi x by 4 divided by the quotient of x is n pi by 4 minus what is derivative of x minus 6 is 1. Again I have to integrate. While doing integration I'll keep the constant as itself. Integration of sine is cos of n pi x by 4 divided by n pi by 4 whole square. Now I have to stop because here derivative value is constant 4 to 8. Yeah, close the bracket carefully. And then just few minutes before we already discussed for x is equal to 4 we get cos n pi. What is cos n pi? Is minus 1 to the power of n. X is equal to 4. What we get actually, if we want a little bit zoom out, then easy to observe this part. Okay, observe carefully. This thing not necessary to write once again. That's why I'm go for little bit zoom out for that for your reference. Now observe, once you put the upper limit for 4, what happen? Sin n pi. Sin n pi is 0, sin 0 is 0. Therefore, what's the value of this must be 0. Okay. This what about that? Here I did mistake because see, observe carefully. Now once you integrate, again I have to integrate. What we get actually, integration of cos is sine, not for cos. Sine of this. Okay. Now you already know that. Observe, upper limit is 4 is sin n pi. Suppose upper limit is 8. What we get? Sine of 2 n pi. Just now we calculate sine of 2 n pi. What is sine of 2 n pi also? 0. This term must be 0. Only we are going to apply the limit for cos. Therefore, we are neglecting sin. We already decided for this one. Where we already decided while finding Pn value. An value, you already know that. Now, similarly, I am going to neglect sine, those terms having sine function. I am neglecting because corresponding upper and lower limit, that value must be 0. Now, move to the next step. Vn equals 1 by 4. Now, I have to keep the constant outside. 4 by n pi is constant. Okay. Apply the upper limit. What is my upper limit? The upper limit here is actually 2 minus x. What is upper limit? 4. 2 minus 4. What is 2? 2 minus 4. 2 minus 4 is actually we get minus 2. Yeah. Minus 2 into x is equal to 4 cos n pi. What is cos n pi? Is minus 1 to the power of n. Minus lower limit. What is my lower limit? Is 0. 2 minus 0 is 2 into cos 0 is 1. I'll move to this. I'll keep minus 4 by n pi outside. Apply the upper limit. What's the upper limit? 8 minus 6. What is 8 minus 6 is 2. Once you put x is 8, cos of 2 n pi. What is cos of 2 n pi is 1. We already discussed. Minus 4. 4 minus 6. What is 4 minus 6 is minus 2. 4 minus 6 is what actually? 2. 4 minus is minus 2. Once you put x is 4 cancel cos n pi. What is cos n pi? Is minus 1 to the power of n. And to simplify, from these two terms, what's a common factor? 4 by n pi is a common factor. And then I have to take, observe carefully. And now I have to take 2 also common. Here I have a 2, here also 2, here also 2, here also 2. Better I have to take 2 also outside. What's the remaining? Minus of minus 1 to the power of n, minus 1. Minus 1. Observe carefully. This is a very, very important thing. I want to do that. Simplify further. Observe carefully. Now minus into minus. Here this is plus, right? Minus into minus plus. Now see, observe carefully. Now if you now I'm repeating once again. While applying the upper and lower limit, minus into minus plus. Yeah. Now, while keeping the, sorry, this is not plus actually, 1 minute. Yeah, this is minus, minus you have. Yeah. Now I have to keep the minus sign outside while applying the limit. I did mistake here. Please try to understand that. Now, once you keep the constant, what's my constant here? Just a minute. Yeah, I have to remove that because this is each sign is very, very important while solving a problem. What I told before going to apply the limit, I keep the constant 4 by n pi and to keep the minus sign also. Apply the upper limit, 2 minus 4 is minus 2, cos n pi is minus 1 to the power of n. Minus 2 minus 0 is 2, cos 0 is 1, fine. While come to this, what we get here, once you apply the applying the upper limit, what we get actually, now here, yeah, here now see, plus into minus is minus, correct. Plus into minus is minus. I'll keep 4 by 5 is outside, common. Then constant. Then apply the upper limit. 8 minus 6. What is 8 minus 6 is 2. Cos 2 n pi is 1. Minus 4 minus 6. Minus 2 cos n pi. Because 4, x is 4, 4 cancel cos n pi. What is cos n pi is minus 1 to the power of n. Now, this is a thing. What we have taken from these two terms, the common factor what I have taken here, 4 by n pi into 2 is common, I have taken outside. Multiply minus into minus plus, minus into minus plus. Okay. What we get actually, this is minus 1, minus into minus, plus into minus is minus. Observe carefully here, this cancels this cancels this. What we get? Bn is 0 for n is equal to 1, 2, 3, etc. This is a way to find out the value of Bn. You already know that. See, please try to understand. Suppose you miss one sign. Now, see, observe. Plus into minus is minus. I'll keep that. What we have taken common factor 4 by n pi 2 is common. Therefore, I have taken 4 by n pi into 2. Multiplied minus sign, minus into minus plus 1, because you already taken 2 outside. Plus into minus is minus, minus into minus plus into minus is minus. Now finally we get Pn is 0, and then carefully I have to construct the Fourier series for the given function. Now even though it's a splitting function, here we get a0 is 0, Bn is 0. Finally we get what is my Fourier series, only retaining what actually our an. Especially for an also, we consider only the odd case, not necessary to take even case. While taking odd case, what's the value? 16 by n square pi square. What's the constant? 16 by pi square. 16 by pi square is a constant. What's the limit? Only we are going to take odd values. I told whenever I consider odd or even, first you have to mention first few values. 1 by n square cos of n pi x by 4 is the required Fourier series for the given function over what's the interval 0 to 8. But I want to deduce some result. What's the result they expecting? The result is what they expecting is pi square by 8 equals 1 by 1 square plus 1 by 3 square plus 1 by 5 square, etc. Only they expecting odd values. Anyway, we get odd values 1 by 1 square, 1 by 3 square, 1 by 5 square. But I don't want cos. I want to convert cos must be equal to 1. I want to convert cos must be 1. How to convert cos must be equal to 1? Cos function for what value of x cos is become 1. Now suppose I have to choose x is 0. Now the cos value becomes what actually 0. Cos 0 is 1. Therefore, what is my function? What function they given in the problem? F of x is 2 minus x in the range 0, x greater than or equal to 0, less than or equal to 4, x minus x, 4 less than or equal to x, less than or equal to 6. Okay? Less than or equal to 8, not for 6 actually, this is 8. Yeah, this is the function they given in where in the problem. Okay, fine. Therefore, this is less than or equal to 8. Now, 0 is included. What is our overall interval is 0, comma 8. It's closed interval because equality is there. Now, 0 is included. Therefore, 0 is included our given interval. What's the given interval actually? Closed interval because greater than equality is there. In both lower and upper limit, they return equality. Then included both lower and upper limit. Therefore, 0 is included in the given interval. Therefore, now I am go for x is 0. Why I am go for x is 0? I want to convert cos of n by x by 4 must be 1. Therefore, I have to take this as star. Take it as star. Therefore, put x is equal to 0 in star. We get what we get actually. F of 0 is equal to 16 by pi square summation for only the odd values 1, 3, etc. by n square since cos 0 is equal to 1. Okay, fine. Now I want to find out what is my f of 0. I'll written on the board what is my f of x. 0 belongs to which interval? First interval. Therefore, f of x is 2 minus x in the range 0 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 4. Therefore, now what is my f of 0? F of 0 is equal to what actually? 2. Okay. Now f of 0 is equal to 2. Now I have to cancel for 2 ones are 2 eights are. Take cross multiplication. What we get? Pi square by 8 equals, expand this series 1 by 1 square plus 1 by 3 square plus 1 by 5 square, etc. This is a way to deduce the required result from the corresponding Fourier series. You compare that, choose the suitable value, but you can't take haphazard manner any value. That must be in the that value must be in the given interval. Then only is possible I go for to put that particular value for x. I think it's clear how we get, even though I say first you look like a splitting function, overall interval is 0 to 8, but even though it's a 0 to 8, now see, observe carefully how easily I have to evaluate this problem without doing any confusion. Now, before going to wind up this class, I have to recall this once again for your reference, your benefit. This is our function. First I taken overall interval is in the form of 0 to L, equal to L to 8, we get L is equal to 4, and then you construct A0, An and Bn formula using 1 by L. Then you split the integral. Don't integrate two separate x. You take it as together, treated as ax plus or minus b to the power of n with respect to x. Using this formula, carefully I have to evaluate. Suppose evaluate each and every term is simply complicated. Better I have to do it. So whenever having a linear form inside the factor. Okay, and carefully I have to find out an while apply UV rule. After apply UV rule, how to simplify carefully. The first product of sine or cos, you have first you verify that what happened upper and lower limit. For upper and lower limit for both the integral, sine is 0, therefore product must be 0. No need I to do it further simplification. I eliminate, only I to apply upper and lower limit for those terms having cosine function both in an and bn. Then carefully after substitute simplify that bn is 0, but in an only the odd value we get. Then I to take in the summation odd value. Just you choose x is 0, automatically we get our required result of the given deduced part. It's a way to solve. I think I covered most of all different type of problems. Already uploaded my course material. I solved more number of problems. You go through that. Thank you very much for listening. Next class onwards, I'm going to explain our French Fourier series. Thank you. Take care. Bye.